Good morning, it is event day. Welcome to another event vlog, and potentially rather important one because Star is stepping up to 100 for the first time since being back in work, which is rather exciting, a little nerve-wracking. I'm sure the nerves will hit me more later when we're actually there, but hopefully we are ready and prepared for this. Here he is, the man of the hour in his stable, just chilling. He's all bathed and plaited. I won't show you because his mane has grown a lot and the plaits are like literal golf balls on his head. And I have to say, since I last went eventing, which was only like 2 weeks ago, I feel like autumn has just hit us like a ton of bricks. I am double coating because it is very cold. Star's got quite fluffy in this last week and I haven't had time to clip him yet, so autumn's hit us, guys, and I'm not a fan of it. But yes, Star's first 100, as well as that, it is also potentially Star's last run before Bicton 3-day, which I'm aiming him at the end of the season. We're just going to pop around the 90 there because there's several other elements to that event which I'm sure I will explain close to the time, including roads and tracks and jumping on the last day, so I thought let's not overcomplicate it, let's just go and do the 90. But today, stepping up to 100, and we are headed to Elmwood, which is not a BE venue. It's an unaffiliated venue run by Horse Events, who I'm a big fan of their events. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've done a few over the years and they're just brilliant. They're so fantastically run and very, very helpful because we were entered into the BE event at, I can't remember where we entered into, somewhere in Wales. But they dropped down to 1 day and we couldn't do the day they dropped down to. So luckily, Elmwood still had their entries open and that is where we're heading. So yeah, been quite a relaxed morning. I am going to get Star loaded in just a minute's time. I'm gonna make sure I've got all the snacks packed. That is the important thing. And I'll probably see you when we load. I've just remembered it was Monmouth that we were meant to be going to. That was bugging me. Yeah, Monmouth in Wales. So hopefully we'll get to try that venue another year. I have 2 grooms with me today and one of them is always hungry, so I've had to supply some top class snacks. Yes, I did already dig into those, but I think I've done a very supreme job. These are snacked, god tier snacks. Oh, hi Star. Good, buddy. Oh, you wrapped up. Yeah. It's only really because he was down. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing when it's coat, isn't it? It's tricky. I think he's alright temperature. Let's go! Oh, or not. Why are you getting shy?
Because it's too early to be on camera.
Yeah, go on. We are on the road and I am joined once again by the dream team. I've got Dan, I've got Mum with me, and I have to say, I'm going to put them on the spot here. I have to say, I've had a few comments recently on my YouTube videos. People want to know a little bit more about you. People want you guys to be more involved in the vlogs. People think that it's time that you stop being just extra background characters. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the event, and then when I'm finished, I would like you both to give a fun fact about yourself that the viewers at home might not know. So you've got like 30 seconds to prepare. Brilliant, and I'm going to go to Dan first. But, so get thinking, right. So while they're thinking about that, let's talk a little bit about Elmwood. The dressage test is not my favourite at all by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a BE test, so I've never done this test before. It's one that Horse Events have come up with themselves and it probably just doesn't suit Star that well, but we'll find out. It's fine. It's probably like top end of 100 stuff, I would say, so a bit of a jump up from the 20-metre circles that we've been doing at the nice 90 sort of level tests. And then we're doing things a bit differently today. We haven't seen the cross-country course or the show jumping. because I have about 2 hours between my dressage and show jumping, so we're going to go and nip around the cross country and I will show you the course then. So yeah, indeed, things are being done a little bit differently, hopefully still just as much fun. And a fun fact from me before we kick off the fun facts from both of those two is that I've only been to Elmwood I think once before, and it was for my first ever one-day event, which I did on Towie. We did the 80 and I came fourth, so you know, Star's got a lot to live up to. Now I shall pass over to Dan, who hopefully has a nice fun fact about himself.
Hello, I'm Dan, and my fun...
just a fact. It's not fun.
My fun fact is that I've been tolerating Flo for nearly 5 years now.
Well, that is a fun fact indeed. Right, let's see if we can up the stakes with Vix's fun fact. And Vix, you can't just say that you've been tolerating me for 21 years. I have ridden all the horses and ponies Flo's ever owned with the exception of Star, so I'm too scared to get on him. That's actually good. I think Vix wins that one. Anyway, there you go. For everyone in the comments who's saying that you want to see a little bit more of Mum and Dan on the vlogs, there you go. Hopefully it's the start of some lovely conversations, and I'll see you when we get there. We've made it. It's quite a busy car park. Hello. Should I start getting you ready?
Hello.
You've been upgraded, remember, to a speaking role in the vlogs.
Yes, what do you want me to say?
So, how about you tell me your thoughts right now?
My thoughts are that Flo is going to get a 34 dressage and go double clear inside the time.
My thoughts are that that is absolutely not going to happen. Dan's given his prediction. He thinks 34 double clear. What do you think? Vix hates this game. I think 40 one pole and loads of time.
I think somewhere in between those two is about right. Sitting on the fence, heading on that.
Right, go get your coffee. I'm going to start getting Star ready. You see, it was pretty chilled at the moment, which is exactly what we like to see. I'm going to put the heat pad on him in a second as well.
Hello everyone, I'm being put to work.
He is indeed. Dan reckons this is one of the hardest jobs of the day. I reckon that...
Actually can't work out how to get into it. So.
What?
Ah, here we go.
I reckon that any of the other jobs, riding, studying, are all harder. Dan's giving me some last minute advice before dressage. Go on, hold the camera. And tell them what you're telling me while I've got my gloves.
To ride.
That's not what you were saying at all.
Well, I was saying, watch out for the boards.
He was actually giving me some good advice off camera.
Your Spurs.
Oh, I need to put them on. Good old Vix.
I'll give the good advice when you're gone. How
Where
about
are you?
that?
Where
She's
are you?
leaving, so now I'm just with you guys. So, my advice to Flo is to ride in there. She struggles with her circles.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna cut this down. This is too much Dan footage screen time.
I've literally just started.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been filming for about 10 seconds, if that, before you walked in.
Okay, bye.
Just on the other side. Sorry, Dan. Just outside that. Oh, the hedge line, the loose.
How are you feeling up there, Flo?
Yeah, all right at the moment. If I can remember the dressage test, that would be good. Right, let's go. I'll follow you because you've been over. Oh no, it's just down here. I was like, what's the
What is going on inside your head today? Are you going to be well behaved, or are you going to be a nightmare?
So yeah, I think that's 2.7.
What are you thinking? What's behind his eyes? Is it nice or is it pure evil?
Right, let's dive straight in with the dressage voiceover, and luckily for everyone at home, you don't have to worry about me forgetting my dressage sheet this time because horse vets actually send it to you by email the next day, which is something that I think is really cool. It means you don't get people like me who forget their tests all the time. So I have all of the judges' comments and marks here, and I will say before the test starts, this is a test very much where the mark is not good, but the actual overall kind of longevity picture I think is quite good. I think he's looking pretty calm, pretty chilled here. He is dropping just a little bit behind my leg, which does actually get worse throughout the test. But the fact that he's actually looking quite calm as we're about to get down the centre line is great. And we actually got a 7 for this first centre line, which is good for us because we really struggle with that basic straightness down the centre line, which doesn't set the best first impression normally. So we've got a 7 for that. I was very pleased with. And like I said in the lorry on the way here, it's a tough test compared to some of the 90 tests he's been doing. There was quite a lot going on, so you're straight into these 2 half 10 metre circles, which we got a 7.5 for, which is good. So far things are going well. Then we've got another funny little, I sort of call them a cone shape, but you'll see what I do here. We got a 6.5 for that, with the comment being that my half circle was too large, which it was meant to be 10 metres. You can see that I went a bit over. And that, again, I can take because that's a comment about me and my riding, not about Star. But you will see here, things go just a little bit wrong. I didn't canter Star in the warm-up because we've been trying that and it's been working pretty well, keeping him calm in the test. It was kind of a short-term solution, but he struck off on the wrong leg and I really wasn't sure what to do. It's probably super frustrating for anyone watching at home thinking, why would you not just change the lead flow, change the lead? Honestly, I can't tell you what was going through my head at this moment. We got a 4 for that movement, we got a 4 for the circle, we got a 4 for this next movement because we were all doing it on the wrong lead. But essentially you guys know how kind of sensitive Star can be, and his most sensitive point is the canter transition. That's quite often where it all goes a little bit wrong, is when we got up to canter for the first time. So I was really worried that if our first canter transition was, a quick up to canter, back again correct, that he might just throw his toys out the pram. So if I'd been on Atty, it would have been a very easy decision to sort of change quickly, correct the lead. With Star, it just wasn't quite that straightforward, and I'm not sure if I regret not changing him earlier, to be honest, because he went on to produce more of a calm test. So yes, it's very frustrating from the mark point of view, but we live and we learn. I thought he had quite a nice stretch at the start of this medium walk for him. We got a 6.5 for that, so we're back on track. We've had a few falls for our unfortunate canter, but we're back kind of where we want to be. And he was good to pick back up, which you could probably hear my mum sort of discussing there, can sometimes be another place of contention. We got a 6.5 for these 2 half 10 metre circles, with the comment that we lost a little bit of straightness as we went over X. And then back to do another cone shape, which I believe this one was better, and we got a 7 for that, so that is pretty good. I was really happy because these are much more technical movements than what Star's been doing in his tests elsewhere, and he was just pretty chilled about it all. Now we have another canter transition, which, as you can imagine, I was quite nervous about. We got a 6.5 for it. The comment was that we were a little bit hollow into the canter, which I agree with. And then we got a 6.5 for this circle here because it was a little bit big. Again, I'm not used to getting loads of accuracy comments about me. I do think my head was slightly off. I kept thinking about the fact we'd just done loads of canter and how that was going to affect the mark. So I can actually deal with these accuracy marks because I don't usually get them. It's quite an easy fix for me. I like to think I'm normally an accurate rider. For this transition down to trot, we got a 7, which was very generous because we did crash straight back down to trot. So I'm not really sure what they saw there. Maybe they didn't see it quite like that. And then we're about to come around and do a centre line at the end, which was pretty rubbish if my memory serves me correctly, and I've just been prompted by the judge who gave us a 5 here, so I'm guessing that we did something a little bit catastrophic. Yeah, just a bit wobbly all over the place, but on the whole, there were some lovely moments in that test. The score was never, that halt. We got a 6 for that halt at the end. I think that's quite harsh. I think that was a pretty perfect halt, but, it's what it is. not the best test by anyone's standards at all, but another tick in the box. That was 2 tests in a row where he's come out and been calm and been easy to deal with. And I don't think I ever say anywhere in this vlog somehow, but our score was 39. So yes, okay, it wasn't the mark that we were hoping for. And especially when he produces some work like that, you can start to see that he's actually capable of going around the 30 mark. But we've got a lot of work to do, and we're taking steps in the right direction.
Hey, Storm.
Survived. He's following you. Yeah.
He held it together.
He held it together.
That's the biggest win.
Which is there's 2 tests in a row that have been like at least calm, but I can't believe he struck up on the wrong leg.
He's left him like that ages ago.
Yeah, I know, because I did leave him, but I left him because I wasn't sure how he'd react if I put him up into canter and then changed him. You're filming my leg. I wasn't sure how he'd react if I put him into what are you doing? Yeah, so we tried to do a little debrief. I don't know how much of that you'll have seen, but can't believe he struck off on the wrong leg. We've never had that before, but we didn't canter in the warm-up again. And then we went to trot down, and I'm not sure if any of it was caught on camera. We went to trot down and we got stopped. And obviously I was thinking, oh my goodness, like he just needs a nice rhythm before we go into the arena. So the fact that he held it together at all, I was quite happy with. What I would describe the test as is I would say it's not going to be a good mark, it wasn't the best test, but the overall picture was calm, if actually slightly behind the leg, and that's what we need. That's 2 tests in a row where he's gone in, we've not thrown our toys out of the pram, which is totally what we need for him to just gain experience between the whiteboards, being calm and enjoying it. So I think it's going to be up there, probably 38 where the last one was, because I didn't fix his canter. I didn't fix his canter because I was worried it would upset him too much. It's very much a sacrifice game. Did he try and bite you?
Yes.
It's probably because of your bad filming. Yeah, it's very much like making sacrifices to keep the overall picture calm. So not the test that I was hoping that we might do after such a good dressage lesson, but we live and we learn, and he was calm, so that's the main thing. We are going to go and walk the cross-country course. We don't have that long. Ready?
Yes, we are indeed.
Good, let's go. They could all be this size. That is very...
On towards the last as setting off.
Okay, so I am just getting ready for show jumping, and I thought we don't have that much time, so I thought while I get ready I would quickly talk about some of my cross-country thoughts, because you will have seen we just got the course. Hopefully Dan did a good job and got all of the jumps. I think it's not a massive 100, like it's not like all the fences are really big. Obviously it's my first 100 on start, so I still find it quite nerve-wracking. And I still feel like there's not much of like a point to gauge from, like I don't know what to expect. I would say I actually think it's quite technical in places. That water, there's quite a big jump right out of the water. Some of the skinny combinations. Some of the combinations that aren't very forgiving if you don't find the perfect stride. So I think I'm just gonna have to play it by ear and see how it goes. It's just under 5 minutes, so it's probably on the shorter side, shorter but maybe expected, and it's flat, which is a really good thing. So we're going to try out our new bit, which is a Waterford. I've tried it a couple of times at home. Yeah, so hopefully all good things. But first we are going to show jump, so I will see you in a bit.
Split in two, hope you're fine. Ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the park. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay.
For those of you in the 90s, you are nothing like that. I think it will be in 10 minutes, so we can make the way down.
How could they say you made me come undone? Now I
Good
know
progress
it's okay.
over the long.
Unlike my friends, you are nothing like that.
Looking at the ditch as we see them hopping over the elephant. No problem for them there. And
To be cool, even wear that shirt you
we go out on the course now. They're fast 100 as individuals. They're very excited to see what they can do that today. And we're stepping to the side now. They're going car wheels, making their way round. Lots of for granite bags.
How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay.
Around, no cars are able to
Very last minute quick just show jumping recap while I get ready for cross country. It was not the prettiest, I would say. The warm up was really pretty but sticky, and then I kind of threw style to the wind in the name of getting the clear round, which we almost lost at the last fence again, so maybe it is a me thing. I've kind of been thinking that it's just been luck, but maybe it is a me thing. But no, I mean, I have to be happy because that's our first 100, we jumped clear on the show jumping. Annoyed that it wasn't as pretty as, for example, if you saw my sort of prep vlog with Wellington in, or some of the warm-up felt really nice, but it all just got a bit manic. There was a bit of a hold in the show jumping, and that meant the warm-up got really busy and Star went up a level. Now, on to cross country. I wouldn't say I actually feel as nervous as I sometimes do. I don't know why. Ready, fly.
I've spent my days being ready to go. I have lived my life on the road. I always keep on moving on. When the sun comes up, I'll be far away. I never cared about what they say. I always keep on moving on. I left you behind to live my life. I got up on an early Sunday morning to say goodbye. I'll be a long way from home to see the world of ours. I won't let anyone say I can go far. I always keep on moving on. But I know it won't last Looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in
Well done, Star.
this together.
Some clear round cross country inside the time with a different bit, and Flo's very happy that she could pull you up when she wanted to. So well done, Star. Well earned bit of grass now. Where are you?
We did it! I feel like I can finally say Star is back. We stepped up to 100, we had a great day, and let's just have a very brief overview. I'm not sure if he's going to come out and play, but if not, you've just got me. So let's have a quick chat. Dressage, I've spoken through in a lot of detail. I won't bore you too much, but actually, despite the mark, despite, you know, the frustrating decision not to change the canter lead, it's another test where the overall picture was really positive, nice and calm. And for Star, that is a huge deal. And I feel like those are big kind of foundation building blocks that put us in good stead ahead of especially next season. Show jumping, obviously, after a bit of a dodgy warm-up, which was a bit too focused on looking how I think we should look, you know, looking pretty, not actually how it felt. It was nice that he went into the arena, he kind of went, come on Flo, like I'm in charge now, you know, you've not been doing a very good job piloting me. So he did go up a couple more gears than I'd have liked, because in some of our training at home, we've been focusing on staying nice and calm and, you know, maybe looking more the part, but at the end of the day, we got the job done. Cross country has to be the big highlight of the day because we went clear, which means 3 out of 3 double clears for this guy this season. But even more excitingly than that, we were inside the time, and I've historically struggled with the time quite a lot with Star because I don't trust him because he's quite strong and he opens up and I can't bring him back. And I've been chatting a little bit over Instagram. I don't think I've yet to mention it on YouTube, but I've been playing around with the bit. He usually goes in a loose ring snaffle. He's very sensitive in the mouth, so changing bits kind of historically has been quite difficult. We tried the Waterford with him, and what a difference it made. I have to say, the course was flat, so the real test will be the Bicton Hills to see if he's still listening. But it just gave me that 10% more control to bring him back for some of the combinations without, you know, like dulling his kind of sparkle and his enthusiasm. So very, very pleased with that indeed. I hope you guys enjoyed this eventing vlog. There's just one more left on the cards for Star this season, and that will be the Bicton 3-day event, which is so exciting. And hopefully a road to Bicton or countdown to Bicton, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to call it yet, mini vlog series on the way, all about my prep. So I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!